Um, Hello? Can you hear me? I really hope it's working properly and that I'm not too loud or too quiet and that you can actually hear me as well. Hello? Kind of waiting for someone to say hello again. Um, Hello and welcome. Uh, oh my god, very new feeling, very nervous. I'm kind of fidgeting. Hello, I can see a couple of you are here. Um, very nice to see some of you here. Uh, this is just going to be very, very short. I can't see this going on for more than like, I don't know, half an hour maybe. Uh, this is just to get back into the swing of things for me, and I'm sure some of you remember, but I was streaming on Twitch for about just a couple of months before I had to take a break. There's been a lot of stuff going on with Twitch about how partner and whatever things work, and I don't really want to go back to Twitch. And so I thought if I want to start streaming again, I would just do it on YouTube. It sounds a lot easier and is a lot easier, to be honest. It was very easy to set up this stream today on this software thing that I'm still getting used to. Hello. I can see some people talking. We can hear you good. That's good. So yeah, very short stream. I don't really have like a concrete plan to play some games. I might if like I don't know. I do have the time, but like I said, this is more just figuring things out, testing my microphone, testing my just everything that you would want to test when you're streaming. I do have some games that I could load up in about 10 or 15 minutes, but it all depends. So yeah, I know I took a very I took a very, very long break. Just gonna have some water. Um for those of you who don't know, I I'm not anymore. But I was in education. I was at university and I started this channel whilst I was still a student. But I got really, really busy. I got incredibly busy. My university work basically turned into like a 9 to 5 pretty much. And between hanging out with my friends that I wanted to do a lot because a lot of them, like the people that I was living with, sharing a house with, they've all gone to different places in the world for their continuous studies. And so I wanted to spend a lot of time with them before university ended for us. I had basically like zero free time. There wasn't any drama or anything. There's nothing like that. I just quite literally had zero free time. And looking back, it was definitely the best thing to do because, yeah, it either would have been extremely infrequent uploads or just like, not what you want to see from a content creator. So I'm glad I took the break. However, I've settled now. I finished. All finished. I got my thing that I needed, and I was like, "Hey, I've got some free time now. Maybe I'll give it another shot." I can see so many of you. Hello, hi. I'm very surprised people actually turned up to this. A lot of my so when you have a YouTube channel, you can look at all of the stats for your like audience, and oh my god, I checked it like yesterday because I'm so nervous, by the way. I checked it yesterday, and apparently it's like 35 to 40% of my audience lives in the US, which this is why I was kind of testing out the streaming thing, because I mean, it's just gone 10 past 10 for me. And I think in the US, it's probably like, what, 5, maybe 3 p.m. for some people. And, you know, don't get me wrong, anyone and everyone is welcome on my channel. It's just if the majority of people are in the US, I kind of want to stream or upload when the US viewers are active on YouTube, I guess, because it's like the most. I think after that, it's the UK, which is like 9%, and then it just kind of trickles off with a bunch of European and other kinds of countries. Yeah, I definitely made the right choice. Absolutely. I'm very glad I focused, locked in, graduated, finished. Last year here, I get so stressful and leave so little free time. That's what I'm saying. It first year was like, it was weird because I felt busy, but then fourth year, it was awful. Well, not awful, but I was very, very stressed. Anyway, yeah. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone's well. I hope my just random, spontaneous recent uploads haven't just been like really weird and people have just gotten used to them. The US prioritized once more. I mean, I would be. It's more to is. How can I say this? It's dependent on, you know, who ends up coming to streams. I don't want to be streaming when, you know, I obviously want people to watch and interact and hang out with. I wouldn't mind streaming like, you know, 5, 6, 7 p.m. I think I used to do that. I think I used to start at 9 because then that was kind of like in the middle of my UK viewers and my US and I think also some Canadian viewers. I'm doing okay, going to Manchester tomorrow, which is nice. That sounds lovely. I haven't been to Manchester in ages. I think the last time I went to Manchester was... Oh, I can't remember. I go like, not frequently, but like somewhat frequently because some of my friends are close in the Manchester area. It's a very nice place to visit. So yeah, how is everyone else doing? I've seen some people talk in chat for a while. Send a couple messages. It's 12 past 12 here. Oh wow, so you're like, what's that, 2 hours ahead of me? I'm terrible with geography. I'm sorry. 2 hours ahead sounds further than Spain, I think. I don't know. I suck with maps. This is why I didn't do geography. Well, it looks like there's more European people here, so maybe I'll, if I decide to stream again, I might not start at 10 p.m. and start much earlier. Yeah, like I said, if that's the case, you know, it's just dependent on who is able to turn up and be friendly and hang out. What else should I mention? New audio style, not really. Oh, it's in Saudi. I see. Right. Okay. We've got one person 2 hours, one person 1 hour, and okay, so it looks like earlier streaming times would be more appropriate. I will keep that in mind. So if I do decide to, I will not be starting this late at night. That is a definitely something I'm keeping in mind. What else should I talk about? What was I saying? Right, yes, new audio styles. I did a small update to what my videos look like. I don't know if it's better or worse, but I thought, let's give it a little change. It was really funny because I logged into So I store all of my scripts and my videos and everything that I need for this channel on a Google Drive, and I logged into my Google Drive after about a year, maybe like a year and a half, and I had a bunch of scripts that I never got round to like acting out, like filling, and I looked at them and I was like, I think a year and a half passing by made me realize, maybe I want to rewrite some of these scripts because I was like, oh, there's a reason why they've just been sitting in a Google Drive unused for like a year and a half. I looked at the Google, what was it called? It's like the form thing. There's a form that I have that people can fill out if they want some kind of request, or if they have a request or an idea for an audio, which I'm very open to, by the way. I've done it in the past and my viewers seem to really enjoy it. So if you have an idea, if you go to just any one of my videos, there should be a link to a Google form in the description. And you can fill it out if you have an idea. But yeah, I was looking at some of my old scripts and I was like, I think I'm gonna have to rewrite some of these. So I've been trying really, really hard to rewrite some of them and to try and write some more like mature scripts, because I had like a making up after a fight one recently. I always like stayed away from things like that because I just don't really like, I don't know, I don't really think, I know some people enjoy it, but I never really liked like toxic boyfriend or like yandere boyfriend type audios. They never really felt, I don't know, I just couldn't get into it. But I've been trying, I tried it was like a making up after a fight, a short fight thing. And that was fun. But again, I think my like stern tone, like, okay, can we talk about this please? Might have been like, oh, I don't think he's done something like this before. Cringing at your old work is so real, not even a year old, and I still feel embarrassed by my texts. I'll look at my old thumbnails that oh my god, okay. I used to do my old thumbnails in Microsoft PowerPoint because I had no experience with like designing things, absolutely none. I use Canva now, but like I think you can tell when I realized I should be using Canva because all of a sudden my thumbnails were really pretty. Hi, I'm curious as to what made you want to resume doing this channel. It was always a lot of fun. This has never been a full-time thing. It's always been just like a fun secret that I have that very few people know about. It was a lot of fun when I was doing it, and like I said, there was no drama, there was no like, you know, I didn't get kicked off, I didn't lose my platform. It was just, I just got really, really busy. And I had no time to, you know, I was uploading like once a week. However, what you have to also consider is I was writing almost all of my own scripts, and I was also you know, trying to come up with ideas consistently, and it's a lot more than just like spending half an hour, you know, recording. I have to edit, I have to do all of this YouTube stuff that you always hear from YouTubers. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's like a nice corner of the internet to be around. I missed a lot of my friends, my like content creator friends that I used to talk to, and I would hang out in their streams, and you know, I missed that as well. But yeah, that was sort of the main reason why. Just thought of, I was like, hey, I remember I used to do this thing. Why don't we go back and see if people still enjoy it? So yeah. So you still have entries from before your hiatus from other people. I have a couple. I think I can't really check it right now. I really hope you can't hear my really loud mouse that I need to fix. I currently have 3 responses. However, Yeah, one of them is like it's blank. I don't know if the form is glitched or something, but I basically have two. It says I have three, but I basically have two. Uh so if you have any, like, definitely submit them. Because I could definitely do with some ideas. Those ones are okay, but they're not my favorite because I hate conflict. Yeah, yeah. It was always I don't know, I just can't do it. The goal with my channel was always just like comfort, because, comfort should be free and not difficult to access, because some people really, really need it. And I have no interest in toxic boyfriend, arguing with your boyfriend, ex-boyfriend gets jealous, any of this, like, oh, excuse me. It's, do you know what? It's also really clickbaity sometimes. I don't know. It kind of just feels like like farming views, and I really don't want to do that. I tried to make it as comforting and relaxing as possible. That's the goal with mine. I never understood the toxic ones, always felt a little gross. Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I wouldn't go as far as gross, because, that is still somebody trying to, voice act and write scripts and whatnot, but it's just not my flavor. That's all. In my mind, you're a very nice, non-toxic ASMR boyfriend. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's definitely the goal. Sorry, water break. My mouth has gone completely dry because I'm still so nervous. Um, exactly, it's pinnacle, healthy relationship vibes. Exactly, that's definitely the goal. Um, with, everything that I've tried to upload. Okay, about thumbnails, what's your goal? Like, what ones do you like, minimalist or illustrations? Um, it's more just what I'm able to put together in Canva, to be honest. I don't have any, I don't have an OC. I don't have like a model. I do have some ideas for one that I might get in the future, but as of right now, I don't have any like original character, stars character to use in my thumbnails like some people do. It would be really nice. However, I'm very happy with my little purple heart that I made in PowerPoint like 3 years ago. It's definitely done me justice. So yeah, I do have, maybe an idea of what I would like my VTuber model slash OC in my thumbnails to look like. But as of right now, it's just what, as a very, very beginner, kind of in Canva and in ways to design thumbnails and backgrounds. It's just what I can scrape together, to be honest. I tried to make it look nice and girly because, it's an overwhelming majority of women that listen to me. Uh, so yeah, tried to make it nice and girly. I don't know. It would be so fun to see an OC. It would be, I think, after all this time as well. My idea would definitely be, so I have like light-ish, like light brown skin. So my idea would be I would want to wear a suit, like a nice black, serious suit with probably like a waistcoat. And I would have long hair because I have long hair. And he would have lightish skin and then maybe some purple in my hair, just because purple has been like a nice theme on my channel. If I don't decide to use purple, I probably use either white or red, like a nice black and white contrast, or red because I really like red. But yeah, as of right now, I need to like find someone like who would, whose art style I really like and who I would want to draw and work with me consistently to like, properly draw my kind of character the way I would want them to. I feel like I'm spamming, but what would you think about fan art? I would absolutely love. I would. I would feel eternally grateful if anyone ever decided to do anything creative in my image or whatever. It would be. I don't think that's like ever happened before. I can't remember a time, or like just like off the top of my head, if someone ever, atted me on Twitter or something about drawing. I mean, I guess there's nothing to draw currently, so it'd be nice if there was something to draw. But yes, fan art is absolutely appreciated, or like any fan work. Any fan work is fine. Um, I guess the closest thing is just sending me an audio idea, and then it's like, wow, one of my uh, viewers or listeners decided to contribute to my channel somewhat. Um, so yeah, I don't really have anything else to like properly like talk about or like mention. I think someone's just okay. I really hope you can't hear the sound that someone just flushed the toilet in my house. This is why I wanted to test, because I don't live alone or have as much privacy anymore. So I was like, let's test. Let's not just go all the way in immediately. Yeah, I really hope not. Oh well. I was thinking, because I'm working in art/design, I'm literally designing a brand right now, so what you're talking about sounds fun. Okay. If you I think if you can find my Twitter, because I should have, I made it like a couple months ago, sorry, a couple weeks ago. If you find my Twitter and then show me some kind of, uh, try not to be like too serious, whatever, but just like send me something, and I don't know, I'll see. I would very much like to uh get some OC done, because I obviously, if I want to start streaming, having a VTuber model would be like just amazing. Um well, how did uni go? Uni was amazing. For those of you who don't know, I think I mentioned this in my short update, but oh, 1 second. Okay. Very, very consistently water drinking breaks, because my mouth has just gone completely dry. When I record, what I will do is I will drink like my entire water bottle, my entire bottle of water, which is it is 30 fluid ounces, 32 ounces, I rather. So it's like a liter. I'll drink it, like all of it, over the course of an hour, because I've learnt my lesson that not being hydrated whilst you're trying to record is like just an absolute nightmare. It is awful, and I will spend an hour like writing scripts or just doing any kind of other admin work that I have, and then only after like an hour or an hour and a half will I actually open up my recording thing and try and record and voice act, because oh my god, yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? How did uni go? Uni was really, really nice. Made some amazing friends, got the degree that I wanted. Still in contact with a lot of people. We play some games every now and then. Yeah. Don't really know what else to say, honestly. Um, it was a lot of fun. I'm definitely glad I did it. But the question is now, I'm like, I don't have the I'm a student excuse. I am an adult now, which is fine. I always wanted to submit. I'm gonna guess that was probably submit ideas, but I don't know why I get nervous. There's nothing to be nervous about. I will definitely, if it's a idea that I like. I think in the past, most of the time it's just been people really want sleep aid and like a specific kind of comfort, like migraines or like panic attacks or things where it's like a really specific thing that they just want, they want to anonymously ask for a comfort style audio for, which I'm very, very happy to do, because the more I learn about the kind of things that people struggle with, or things like that, I'm very open and accepting of what different people want to hear. It's completely fine with me. Don't want to put you on the spot. That's okay. That's completely fine. There's no rush either, because like I said, I want to get back into streaming like properly before I decide to, get some proper have some, like, get back into streaming properly. So yeah, I'm a child with a drinking license. Oh my god. I actually I don't drink. I've never had a sip of alcohol. Which was actually not very difficult. It was very easy to stick to that whilst I was at university. But a lot of my friends really liked oh my god, they would drink so much. They really liked, again, I can't remember. They liked Captain Morgan, whatever that is. They liked a lot of vodka and a lot of whiskey, and after exams, they would all go to there was a bar that was nearby, and they would drink this thing called Tiki Fire, whatever. Again, I don't drink, I don't know alcohol, whatever that is. But yeah, definitely been around a lot of children with drinking licenses. It's fun, but then obviously, it gets to a point where you just want to go home and sleep. I was definitely a go home and sleep after like 12 a.m. kind of person. Most of the time, if I did decide to go out. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know if I should load up a game, because it's been half an hour now. In terms of games I have installed right now, I do have the third and final Batman game installed. However, I don't want to start it. I am just mentioning that I know I did Arkham Asylum and Arkham City whilst I was streaming, and I never got round to finishing the third game or even starting it. I do have that installed. I have Balatro, I have Hades, I have Slay the Spire, I have Stardew Valley, which I've been playing the last couple of weeks. I don't know if any of this sounds interesting. Just for like, I don't know, like 20 minutes, half an hour or something. What do you like to do outside of YouTube? Well, what do I like to do? I like to play some games. I do play some games. I do play games quite frequently. I listen to a lot of music. I have been listening to a lot of new albums or like albums for the first time recently, I should say. I did this a lot in 2020, like 20, 21, and 22, and then I kind of listened to so much. I took a long break, because I was like, I need to sit down and just process like the 50 albums that I just listened to. But I've been getting back onto listening to a lot of different albums. Okay, this might sound really weird, but I genuinely don't understand how people can listen to like playlists on shuffle, because I always listen to an album like front to back. There is no, I don't understand it. Like, people will say, oh yeah, go just like put a playlist on, and I'm like, no, because I want to listen from track one to track, whatever. And like the number of times someone has shown me a song and I like it so much, I just listen to every single album and project that band or artist has put out, like just front to back, completely in chronological order, and I'll listen to everything. I don't know. Personally, I just don't get playlists. I do have playlists on Spotify, but my playlists are just every single song that I like by different artists. They're not like, I don't have like a vibes playlist or like a cooking playlist or a gym playlist. I just listen to whatever album I'm currently like, really, really into. Um, I don't know. What else have I been doing? I've been cooking a lot. I love to cook. I used to love to bake, but baking is really difficult in university because you need like a cake tin, cupcake tin, muffin tin. You need all this like single use uh like thing. Like if you're cooking, if you just have like a saucepan and a frying pan, that's normally enough, right? Obviously if you need like a big pot or something. But yeah, I love to cook. I love to bake. I've been trying different recipes of like different pasta recipes recently. Um, I have been making something called poutine. It's a Canadian dish. Because I saw a recipe for poutine and I was like, I does this really taste really good? So I tried it. I tried it myself. I bought some potatoes. I made some oven fries, but to me I was just making roast potatoes. I made a gravy completely from scratch, and I couldn't find cheese curds, so I just had to use like normal cheese. And you know what? It was really, really nice, and it was so nice that it's now one of my regular meals that I make like just during the week. Uh so yes, love to cook, love music, love video games, and I guess this as well in my spare time. Uh, just out of curiosity, were you ever considered the boring one for not drinking? I got binned off a couple times because I don't drink to the point of getting plastered. My friends were never like getting like completely wasted. I know I just mentioned I think like whiskey and vodka, but like most of the time they were just drinking like cider. Uh, it was only it most of the time my friends were getting drunk enough to the point where just like an inside activity like playing Mario Kart or something was more fun. I've never watched any of my friends like throw up or like pass out in the street. It was never around that kind of drunk crowd, but no, I thankfully I wasn't. Thankfully a lot of my friends were completely okay with me being the designated like sober person who doesn't mind walking somebody home. Um, Sorry, that's like my fifth water break. I've gone through two-thirds of this water bottle already, just like in the last 36 minutes. Oh damn, any good ones? Oh gosh, what albums have I been listening to recently? Let me load up Spotify. I'm not going to play anything because I don't want this to get copy copyrighted or whatever. If I look at my on repeat playlist on Spotify, what do we have? Hurry Up Tomorrow by The Weeknd, Paranoid by Black Sabbath, Eternal Sunshine by Ariana. I love that album. What else do we have? We have Mirrors by Justin Timberlake for some reason. I don't know why that's on there. It's a good song, but yeah. Um, what else have I been listening to recently? I feel like on repeat is like sometimes it's like 99% accurate and then sometimes it's like not accurate at all. Uh I've been listening to I actually don't even know. Earlier today I was playing some games and I was listening to Paranoid and what's the other one called? It's not called Children of the Grave. That's one of the songs. What's it called? Uh Master of Reality. That's what it's called. So yes, definitely been getting into Black Sabbath recently because I love metal music. So yes, Black Sabbath, The Weeknd, Ariana, and actually some video game soundtracks because on I've been playing a lot of video games, like different video games recently. So I've been listening to I used to listen to the Cult of the Lamb soundtrack whilst I was like studying because it's just so relaxing and I love it very much. I've been playing some Hades, which is a fun roguelike game. It has really, really good music. So yeah, that's it. I don't know. Like I said, I kind of just listen to the same kind of things. I'm not really very varied. I just have like, you know, three, four, maybe five favorite bands and artists, and that's it. So yeah, I get that some albums use crossfade, so you have to listen in order. It's not even just in order; it's more just like if you are someone who like listens to a song and you're like, this is really really good. It's got a good good riff, good drums, good lyrics, whatever. Is the logical next step not just like, I wonder what other amazing songs this band or artist surely has, and I want to go and find them and listen to them? Because I can guarantee you, if you just think of any like popular song in whatever kind of genre that you're into, whether it be like rock or pop or metal music or just whatever, if you go and listen to that whole album that song is on, you'll find some more songs that you really like. Like it's almost a guarantee, almost, I would say. And it's happened to me multiple times to the point where I'll listen to these other songs a lot more than the one that I was like originally, kind of introduced with. Um, so yeah, ever played any of the Life is Strange games? Life is Strange games. Life is Strange games. I don't think I've heard of these. I have definitely not heard of these, but they look interesting. They look cool. What kind of game is it? Uh, Adventure games. Okay. Well, I'll do some research about, what was it called again? Life is Strange. Life is Strange. I haven't played any of them. No. Um, Currently, games that I really like roguelikes. So things like Balatro, Slay the Spire, Hades. I know The Binding of Isaac is like the most popular roguelike, but I haven't played that one yet. Um, I really like board games. I used to play a lot of board games with my friends. And so I've been playing a lot of board games on Tabletop Simulator on Steam with my friends. Um, I bought Stardew Valley about a month ago, and I've been playing that. I'm currently about, I think like a third or halfway through my first winter, so I'm like almost a year in, and it's a lot of fun. I Stardew Valley is like the only like quote unquote indie game that uh I haven't really played yet. Like I played loads of Terraria, I played loads of Slay the Spire, I played loads of all these other like somewhat popular, somewhat indie games. And for some reason Stardew Valley was one that I just always ignored, even though I don't really have a reason to like not to like say that I wouldn't enjoy the game. But I finally got it and it's a lot of fun. And I definitely see myself playing at least another, you know, I don't know, at least 300 hours of that game. Um, Whilst I was at university, I downloaded Civ 6, Civilization 6, because one of my friends was like, wow, you would really love this game because of something that we were talking about. And I downloaded it and I was like, who the hell plays this game? Like, it's so complicated. I don't like it. And then I kept playing it because I was like, okay, I have to be like missing something because like the game is so popular and it's like got all these awards and DLCs and then I think I won my first Civ game and I was like, wow, I it was like a whole journey, and I don't know what happened. I was like, all of a sudden I would come home from university and I would just play this game for like 6 hours straight, sometimes on the weekends, and I just got way too into it, and now it's like one of my most played games on Steam, like of all time. um so yeah, when it comes to games that I could play on stream, definitely some variation, but yeah. It's all about your choices. I will definitely give Life is Strange, like, I'll research it a little bit, and if it's a game that looks fun, I might consider playing it on stream. I don't know, just depends on what I'm feeling. There is the option, okay, there is the option for me to, I don't know if people in my audience enjoy League of Legends, but I do play that game. My only concern playing League of Legends on stream is that, let's say I stream for like 3 hours, the possibility that I just don't enjoy playing it for 3 hours is like possible. Sometimes you will play however many games of League and just lose all of them, and it's not fun to play, and it's also not fun to watch. Uh, I wouldn't mind. I don't know if there are League players in my audience. Um, but like I said, I don't want to, set aside some time to play League and then I just lose and lose and lose, and I get really annoyed with myself, and then I end stream and just like nothing really fun or entertaining happened. Uh, I don't know, but that there is that. That's another game that I wouldn't mind playing uh, on stream, maybe sometime. Really great stories, amazing music, made me cry every time I play. Oh, okay. Well, you've definitely sold like me just, going away and seeing if it is something I will enjoy. I will definitely give it some thought, uh, either tonight or tomorrow. We need more board game cafes when my old uni friends come around to visit. They always insist on visiting my local one. We found a board game cafe, and oh my god, this was the weirdest, like oh, the world is such a small place kind of interaction. So one of my friends, for Christmas, he was gifted a board game called. It's a board game that's themed around the Dune movies, like the Dune Sandworm, Timothy Chalamet type movies. Um, it's a board game that's sort of like a getting resources and trying to win fights kind of board game. It's a really like I don't think he realized that it was like so complicated. It's one of those really really complicated board games where it would take us like 3 hours to play, and so we played it every single weekend. We all got really into it, and then a year or like a year and a half later, we find this board game cafe, and we go there. We spend about 3 hours playing some board games, and then as we're going to pay for our time there, we hear like people that were working there talking about a Dune board game like tournament, and we were like, sorry, excuse me, are you talking about this Dune board game that we've been like autistically obsessed with for like the last almost 2 years, and you're having a tournament here?" So we all signed up. We all signed up. None of us made it through because we were playing against people who like play this game like legit, like not. I mean, yes, basically like competitively. Um, but yeah, we just had this really cool like life is really small moment. We found people who play this really obscure board game that we've been really interested in. Me battling Golem on Terraria. Oh my god, don't even get me started about the Golem fight. Golem fight on Terraria is nothing but pain because, oh my god, I haven't played Terraria in ages, but the only boss fight in Terraria that's worse than Golem is Duke Fishron, because I don't. Why do they make him so quick? They made it. He charges from the left side of your screen to the right side of your screen like instantly. Yeah, Terraria's still fun though. My favorite boss fight in Terraria is Plantera because of the music. The music in that boss fight is. I mean, the music in every single part of Terraria is amazing, but specifically the Plantera fight, it's amazing. I love it very much. I used to just like kite Plantera consistently just so I could hear the music for longer whilst I was like fighting Plantera. I could do a Terraria stream because I haven't. There's been so many updates to that game, and I haven't played it since like I haven't played Terraria in ages. If I check Steam, yeah, it's like 2 or 3 years ago. So I've missed some updates. Don't talk to me about Duke Fishron. He gives you really good gear though. The Fishron rings are amazing. I was always a mage because being a mage allows you to solo a lot of the like later on boss fights and events if you have Spectre armor. The Spectre armor you can use to heal yourself. It's like the only form of like self heal that isn't healing potions in the game. There's that, and then there's the vampire knives, but like melee is just boring because it's just swords and spears and whatnot. I don't know. I really like playing as mage. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? I am definitely an introvert. Definitely 100, 1 million, billion, gajillion percent introvert. Yeah, nothing else to that question, I guess. Definitely an introvert. Uh, I don't know if, yeah, definitely an introvert. Um, my favorite is the normal underground music. Oh, don't even get me started on the wow underground music. I'm a weird when I'm collecting all the weapons and armor. Oh, see, I did that. I had a save where it was like my first serious playthrough after I had like learned a bunch of stuff about the game. I collected like pretty much almost all of the late game armor sets. Like I had all four of the moon ones for the different classes, and then I had like Shroomite, I had Turtle, Beetle, Spectre, I had the Chlorophyte one, I had the Hollowed one, I had all of the like somewhat like mid to late or like late game armors. I had all the trophies, all the masks, I had all the rare weapons, and then this weird like OneDrive cloud thing happened where I lost my save file and I was so gutted because oh my god. Yeah, that was really upsetting. After that, I'm like tripling I like triple save my save files on games because I don't want that to happen again. Um I'm a melee fighter personally. Melee is fun. It's just I don't know. It's like I think the mage weapons are the coolest in my opinion. Again, this is like my Terraria knowledge from at least 3 or 4 years ago, but I really like the Blizzard staff, and I really liked the last prism, which is that like Moon Lord. It's like the Moon Lord drop where it's just like a giant beam of magic. It was a lot of fun. I'd have my Terraria. I'd have removed Terraria from my life. Yeah, it was. I was heartbroken because I had a small world where I had found everything, and then I decided to create a large world where I was like going to move all of my special items over, so that I would have like done everything perfectly in the large world, and I built a huge base. I built like desert temples. I built my base in the snow biome because I love the snow biome. I built like a giant pirate ship in the ocean. I did all these fancy like building projects, and then I just lost the save file one day, and it was like I was heartbroken. I was like, no, I spent like 40 hours on this world just for all of it to be deleted. But yeah, I should run it back one day. Try and find everything all over again. I haven't played Terraria in so long. It used to be one of my favorite games, and then I found Slay the Spire, and that's now my most favorite game of all time. Okay. In terms of like, sorry, I've just been yapping for like the last 30 minutes. Um, in terms of my like channel or any audio things, does anyone have any questions for that? If not, I might just end the stream because yeah, like I said, I just kind of wanted to test things and chat with some of you just for a little bit. I don't plan on streaming for like another 2 hours or anything. Um, so yeah, I'll give it like another minute if anyone does have some questions for me. If not, I want to thank everyone for coming here. It means a lot that even after, a year and a half or 2 year break, that people still like my voice and my content. Um, One thing I actually will mention is I I had braces fitted in my mouth or like on my teeth in, oh my god, it was like January 2021, I think. 2021. And I actually, like, during the earlier periods of my channel, I don't know if it was obvious, but I had braces in my mouth, and that was another reason to do this, because it was like a nice voice, like, voice thing. Um but I had them removed. I had my brace thing completed, and I had them removed a while ago. And I don't know if my voice sounds like different, or because my I've noticed that my mouth movements when I speak, like, they do feel different, and it's had like a weird effect on me. And I was kind of worried that my voice or the way I talk is like really different compared to what people are used to. But I don't know. We all grow old. We all change, I guess. Do you have an idea of when you'll be uploading, or is it they'll drop when I can drop? It's probably going to be they'll drop when I can drop, because I don't have like um my schedule isn't really as soft as it used to be. It used to be I would have a very, very um I used to always record like Sunday nights, and I could like plan my studying and whatnot and my time with my friends around that. But now it's more, I kind of have to just, whatever free time I get, how much of that can I spend on recording and whatnot? So it's more like that, and so that probably will end up being just whenever. But it also depends on when I can get my own place and whatnot. Because when I can, I will have a lot more. Another big factor is like privacy, because I don't want to record when other people are currently in the house. Just because, like I said, I personally don't notice a difference. That's really good to hear then. Thank you very much. Oh my god. Having my braces taken out was like, I kept like just moving my tongue around my teeth. Like, oh my god, because I had braces for like at least 3 years. I don't know, it's a little bit embarrassing to admit, but yeah. I don't know. I've definitely noticed when I, like, certain words, when I pronounce them, my mouth moves in a much different way, or much more different way. Much, yeah. I don't know. So I'm glad it's not too much of a difference. Same, I don't hear an immediate difference. Okay, well, that's very good. Uh, okay, when it reaches like 1 hour, I think I will end, because it's almost 11 for me, and oh, yeah, it's almost 11 p.m. Already tired. Yeah. Okay, if anyone has any very, very final questions or anything they just want to say before my next stream at a random time in the near future, um, yeah. Hated braces when I had them, then missed them. Yeah. The annoying thing for me was I wanted to try so many different recipes that I would see on like Instagram, and I couldn't, because I was like, I can't eat this, I can't eat this, I can't eat anything big and chunky, I can't eat anything that's like cold. I can't, I had to like take apart bananas and sandwiches with my fingers before I would eat it instead of just biting into it like a normal person. It was awful. And then, I don't know. Yeah, I don't miss them. I don't miss them either. I just, it's a weird feeling, weird getting back to it. It felt too empty without them. Yeah. Braces are really weird, but I'm glad it's happened because my mouth is very healthy now, so that's good. This is fun. I always enjoyed just streaming. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Making me smile and kick my feet. I will definitely I might just like put a poll out with the games that I have available. Like I said, I don't know if people would want to watch me play League or Civ or Hades or Balatro or Slay the Spire or Stardew or even Skyrim or what other games do I have? Terraria, Hades, Skyrim, Slay the Spire, Cult of the Lamb. Oh god, I haven't played Cult of the Lamb either in ages. And yeah, the final Batman game that I never got round to starting on stream. Oh, I still remember the day I take my braces off. It was the best. Oh my god, it was the absolute best. The first thing I did was I went to the corner shop and I bought a can of Pipeline Punch Monster and I bought a bag of sweets and I just sat there on a bench in the park drinking my Monster and eating my sweets. I was like, oh, finally. Finally, I don't have to care anymore. Oh my god, I was so happy. Yeah. Pipeline Punch is my absolute most favorite Monster flavor, by the way. I order it in bulk because it's like crack to me. I love it. Not actually. Don't worry. I'm not like, I have one like every other day, but yeah, it's definitely my favorite flavor. Okay. I would like to say thank you all. Wow, 47 total views. That's actually quite a lot, to be honest, for me. Thank you all so unbelievably much for coming and hanging out for a little bit. Streaming on YouTube is like 10 million times easier than it is streaming on Twitch, because Twitch was like, there was a weird delay and there was really weird, like, you had to stream for a certain amount of time per month and all this other nonsense. But YouTube is just like, oh, you're live? That's cool. Cool. Do whatever you want. I used to bite my nails, and when they were taken off, I was like, wait, I can go first. I've never had a single taste of Monster. Yeah, most people who, it's like you either really like Monster and energy drinks, or you either really like coffee, and I don't really like coffee that much. If I go to a coffee shop, I will get a hot chocolate, because that's what I like to drink. Much prefer energy drinks, in my opinion. So yeah. Anyway, thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. You make me very happy as someone who's just sitting in front of their microphone right now. I'll have an upload ready for tomorrow because I recorded on Friday and I was planning to edit today, but I got really busy with weekend stuff. Anyway, thank you all so much. Enjoy tomorrow's content and make sure you take care of yourself. Go have some water, like I've been doing very consistently during the stream. Oh, sorry, that's my water bottle. Okay, thank you all so much. Yeah, order you up tomorrow, hopefully, if I manage to edit. Take care, everybody. Bye bye. I love you all. Okay, bye bye. Thank you very much.